Hi, Mike Sarah here from Customer States. If you're searching for the highest quality additives, lubricants, or cleaners for your automotive, heavy equipment, agricultural, or industrial machinery needs, look no further than the Justice Brothers line of products. From lubing your chainsaw, performing a complete fuel system treatment and decarb service on a customer's vehicle, keeping that forklift forking and lifting, or just need a can of that famous JB80 penetrant to persuade a rusty bolt, Justice Brothers has you covered. Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing is not only Southern California's authorized Justice Brothers distributor, but also a great friend of mine. Over the years, Travis has helped me and my dealership with anything and everything we need, including all the lines of Justice Brothers products and even equipment to perform the various services we may need for our specific application. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and trust, so you know when you contact Travis, that's exactly what you'll get. That, combined with Justice Brothers supplying superior quality automotive products since the 1940s and 75 years in the racing industry, you will have absolutely everything at your disposal to get the job done. Justice Brothers is proudly made in the USA, and they have a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Justice Brothers has the best quality products over any other competitor, and they'll gladly tell you that themselves. If you live in the Southern California area, call my man Travis Ferris at 805-208-7818. And if you don't, call him anyway and tell him I said thanks. And visit justicebrothers.com to learn more about their complete line of products. Justice Brothers, America's brand for quality.
We're here. We made it.
Balls.
We are here for another episode of Customer States.
Hi, fuckers.
Right?
Hey,
So is
bitches.
everybody prepared for what
Okay.
this means?
Okay.
Ali remembered.
I
Allie
remembered
remembered.
because it's a cut water.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh,
no.
premature.
I don't have long nails anymore. I cut them all off because I broke a nail.
I too don't have long nails, but
Holy
Shit.
are these strong?
These are really strong.
Holy shit.
13% alcohol, but
This is a can of wine.
We're going to be drunk. Get ready, bitches.
It says
Clinkies.
It says it's 2+ shots of rum, a shot of coconut cream liqueur, and pineapple.
God damn.
I do recommend. So, did I say that this is Customer States Podcast, the podcast where we talk about everything in the automotive industry?
You did.
And some other shit.
Thank you, Ali.
I'm Allie Paul.
You are.
I administrate warranties for both Volkswagen and Mazda, and it's a joy.
Strong, Mikey?
Strong Mikey.
To my left, who is also living his joyous best life, is Jake Rikus.
Hi, everybody. Next episode, I might have the number to the suicide prevention hotline because I'm there today.
It's 998 or 988 now.
Either way, I love my life. I truly do. I get to go home to this beautiful woman, but
Naked.
naked,
Butt naked.
butt nucky.
Like, I make him strip down before he comes in the house, so he has to like strip down in front of the door so
I was
everyone.
about to say, I hope that you are getting naked inside of the house because that seems like
My
it's
neighbors,
illegal.
my neighbors see my hairy ass every morning.
That's okay.
So
Looks like I'm moving.
Hi, neighbor.
And investing in binoculars.
Yeah. So I am a warranty. No, it's been
a warranty bitch.
actually, yeah, I'm a warranty bitch.
The pina colada's getting to you.
I'm so
It's one sip in.
I am so fucking tired. There's a topic where we'll get to why I'm so tired, but I'm a service advisor, assistant service manager, and yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun couple of days, week and a half.
You're
Alex, feel better, buddy. I miss you.
We love you, Alex, and we miss you very much. You guys tell Alex how much you love him. Go.
Yeah, what they said.
Yeah, what they said.
Alex, if you're looking for the best person that you've ever hired.
But anyways, to my left is
Mike, are you willing to take
Mike.
a pay cut? Because
Yeah.
we're your people.
No more of a pay cut. Hi, my name is Mike Sarah. I am a technician at an automotive dealership. And to my left is Eric Montenegro.
What's up, bitches?
that makes my
Hi,
nut
beautiful.
hair stand on end.
Can I
That
see?
sounds fun.
Prove it.
What
I
did
don't
you
have
say?
nightmares.
Huh?
He
said,
said,
"What's up,
prove it.
bitches?"
Oh.
I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. I do not fit. Sorry, you can't do that to me.
Oh, we're
my
listening to that on
Thank
break.
you.
me.
I love you so much. I'm a heavy line technician.
You should have saved that.
Well, no, we
For
can
the
use
topic.
it. We can use it more later, but I wanted
Yay.
to put it out there first.
I'm a heavy line technician for Fjord.
Fjord.
Welcome to
Mike,
Fjord.
I just want you to know, Jake, should not make you feel lesser, but I love you for that soundbite.
Yes, thank you.
I came home today and put that on the board because I thought about it
That
last
was
night.
for us.
That
You
was
know
just
that.
for us.
Yes, thank you.
We love you.
For the trash got taken out?
Yeah. So I honestly feel bad because I feel like the last couple episodes, it's been just me complaining about stuff at my personal place. Or
How
like
many
places
episodes
that
have we
are-
had so far?
Well, a
Like
lot
80?
of episodes. No, it's more than 80.
Is
It's-
it?
Yeah, it's one a week. We've been doing this for over a year and a half.
There's only 50.
There's 52 weeks in a year. So.
Yeah.
No, it should be right around 80 then.
Yeah,
A little
we're
over
around
80.
80.
Whatever, Jacob. I'm not good with math. Anyway,
That's why you're a tech.
yeah.
And they write the numbers on the sockets. I like metric.
So the last couple episodes, I've been complaining about things.
I like
but they're-
eggs.
They're real life
I
things.
like turtles.
They're real life things that everybody
I like
goes
turtles.
through. Right?
Yes.
So I came into work, and one day the trash was still filled up from the previous week and a half of trash that I've been stacking up and compacting, and I said, "Fuck it, I will do something about this." So I took all the trash cans that were full of trash and put them out in front of my stalls, off to the side so where it's not blocking me. And I got new trash bags and I put them in my stalls and started filling up the trash in there and put the trash bags outside. So I had 2 trash cans and 4 trash bags worth of trash that had been laying, in my stall. And those were sitting outside of my stall where everybody could see them. And lo and behold, the next day,
They
trash
were
has been
moved.
taken out after a week and a half of not being done. So
Go figure.
actually, I think it was maybe 2 days or 3 days afterwards. But still,
It got done.
it's not like I'm trying to hold my ground or stand a point or prove a point, but I for sure proved a point again. We need to have these services, these basic services being done, and I am not paid as a technician to also be the janitor, including stocking the bathroom with toilet paper and things like that. That's not my job. My job was to work on cars. Last time I checked, my job is to fix the cars, diagnose and fix the cars.
We haven't had paper towels in the restroom for weeks.
Yeah. It's
Oh, you
just-
should bring your own.
It's annoying. It's not disgusting because you just air
Hey.
dry your hands. It's
Hey,
just
Mike,
annoying.
what's that mystery beverage behind you?
Oh, silence. So good for a podcast, you guys.
He was looking.
This
Coke
is just
and rum.
This is just water.
What?
It's water with Mio. It's like a grapefruit.
That's a
B
shitload of
vitamin
Mio, bud.
Yeah,
it's not that much.
why is
it's
it
very
brown?
clear. It's very clear.
That's the pond water. He's like, I drink the fish
You
run
know what
off.
it looks
two,
like?
2 or 3 episodes
black
ago,
Coke and rum.
It looks like the healthy Coke.
2 or 3 episodes ago, I was
That's an
chugging
oxymoron.
water, and I'm still
Remember you showed
dehydrated. It's
it to
very
me
hot
with the
outside. I
balsamic
can't
and
get
the-
enough
That's
during
right.
the day, and the Mio really helps me.
You know what?
Replenish
Cheerio.
stuff.
You want to know what's really good for if you are dehydrated? Do you have any?
What?
Do you have any pickles in the fridge?
Fuck pickles.
Oh, he doesn't like pickles.
Hello, we've had this
Don't like
conversation.
pickles.
Yeah.
Pickles,
Well,
mustard, mushrooms.
If you're ever really dehydrated, take a swig of pickle juice. It'll rehydrate you instantly.
Mushroom.
I do a pickleback, like
Eric
whiskey.
loves
Yeah.
pickle juice.
But again,
And
that's
mushroom heads.
not productive.
Hashtag sound the bell.
Stuffed mushrooms.
Wait, hold on. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a jam.
It
Oh,
hurts
man.
so
is.
good.
Who sings it?
Meredith Brooks.
Very good.
so proud of you.
I was
lot
going to
of
be
people
disappointed if
think
you said Shania Twain.
A lot of people think it's Alanis Morissette.
What?
Yeah.
I could hear the similarity, but no.
Huh.
It's a slightly screaming white lady.
Not to be
I don't know if
confused
she's
with
Canadian.
Michelle Branch, who is also an MB lady singer.
That's true.
So,
Very
but,
good.
She's
What
more
song does
popular.
Michelle Branch sing?
Very many. This is the automotive podcast. She has albums.
No tangents allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not-
sorry.
not
Yeah,
that
Allie,
one.
are you having fun? Fuck you.
Put
Stop
my foot
trying
down.
to
Not allowed.
manage me, Michael.
You're not my manager.
You're not my manager.
Playing manager? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Whose topic is that?
I hate it. It's mine.
Oh, Jake, you know what? Everybody needs to take a moment and give Jake a round of applause.
Congratulations, Jake.
Your boos mean nothing to me. I see what makes you clap.
Make these cheeks clap.
I'm glad you like that, Mike.
Let the record show that Mike spewed Mio out of his nose.
That's a killer fucking saying. Your boos mean nothing to me. I've seen what makes you clap.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, God. But anyways,
I don't know what to say now.
But thank you. I appreciate the clap because...
I tell you, that's what I appreciate.
Maybe not that.
I gave you the clap.
Phrasing.
Oh my God, Allie! Should really get a veterinarian to check that out.
So,
welcome back, Michael.
All fun aside, it's been interesting with my service manager, Alex, being out. He's got the COVIDico, so there's that. It happens. So he's doing better. He said the headaches have finally stopped, so that's been a lot better. But with him being gone, somebody's had to step in. Technically, I'm supposed to. Excuse me.
It's in your title.
It is in my title. So it's been a lot with keeping the parts department straight. One of my parts guys gets a little bit too big for his britches, and I feel bad for the young lady that works with him because he's super jagged and she just kind of wants to do her job. And he kind of takes advantage of Alex not being there because he doesn't have to do much. And then there's keeping the techs happy and making sure that the service drive is working and covering any customer complaints and stuff like that. It's basically like being shop foreman, just not the mechanical side of things. And, you know, I've been staying in touch with the owner and all that stuff. So it's a lot of work for not quite the same reward, just, you know, not the same pay or anything like that, or the title or stuff. But it is.
Would you stop whipping the microphones with your hair, Allie, please?
I whip my hair back and forth.
Oh, God. Jesus. So it's definitely been a learning experience.
Did you guys hear my knee just fall?
Yes.
Yes.
It's been a learning experience. It's nothing that I haven't been able to handle by any stretch, but it's like when Alex is there and I'm just helping him keep the peace, it's a lot easier playing it as a team role than just doing it by yourself. So I've been able to handle it. It's no problem. Everything's been good. I handled a couple of, we had a not fix it right the first time that got sent through our like communication platform.
These people call it a red sheet.
Right.
Called a comeback.
Well, it wasn't even a comeback. It was just when they get
Sounds
their
like a
car
sex thing.
and they get, I'm pretty sure Kim K got her comeback.
That's what she
Or
said.
come on her
Oh
back.
my God. Yes, exactly.
Thank you, Chris Pratt. Anyways,
Yeah, that is from him.
yep, it is. So when the customer leaves, picks up the car, a couple of weeks, couple of days later, they get a survey. And in the survey, they can also answer in there if it was fixed right the first time, how they felt about it, send it back. And we got one that was not fixed right the first time. And of course, all those get sent to the owner. And then since Alex isn't there, I told him, you know, I'm holding down the fort. If you need anything, you know, throw it my way. I'll take care of it since Alex is absent. And he threw me one of those. And the story behind it was a little weird with how, even though it wasn't a fix it right the first time, it really didn't qualify for it to begin with. The guy was complaining about noises and rattles and kind of creaks and stuff. But
What kind of car?
a Mazda 3. But
That's a sedan, right?
yes, but it was the hatchback, but it doesn't really matter.
But it's still a sedan.
It was lowered. It had aftermarket suspension. It was lowered. It had aftermarket
tell them to fuck off.
springs. So that's the thing. So the guy was nice coming in, and I told him, I'm like, dude, you have aftermarket everything underneath, and it's not in spec anymore. It's going to do weird shit, and it's not a warranty concern. And he said, well, there's a noise coming from the glove box and from behind the infotainment system. And I'm all like, I'll make you a deal. I'm like, I will fix under warranty behind the infotainment screen because there's a TSB for it, and I know that's not linked to your suspension. I'm like, that's fine. But I'm like, anything else, that glove box crap and all that, I'm not tearing apart dashes. I'm like, I know the one and what causes the screen, so I will fix that. Everything else, you're kind of high and dry. And he got rubbed the wrong way. He spoke to somebody after I had left that day, and I think I'm not sure who he spoke with, but he felt that he was rubbed the wrong way, and he was hot, and he responded in the survey
How
as
hot
such.
was he?
I don't know. So
I want to see.
So I got the
Thank you.
I got the email from the owner saying, get a hold of this customer, figure out what's going on, and fix it. So I called him, and he was stoked. He's like, I appreciate you guys calling, and he goes, I hope I didn't get anybody in trouble. And he admitted he was a little hot about it, and he realized that that's just the way things are, and he decided to do the suspension work, and now he just kind of has to. Oh boy. Oh God. Oh God.
Allie just...
Where's
So for anybody that's not watching the YouTube video, Ali just inhaled a vape pen
through her nose?
This makes for great.
I sneezed. They couldn't hear that.
No, it's good. I love it.
Where the
I didn't know that would make me sneeze.
Where the hell is Eric Jennings when you need him?
Oh man, he was great.
He was.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to go get him? I'll have him replace me.
No.
I want maybe like when I'm sick or something, you guys can have Eric on. I like
When
him,
you're
though.
sick or something, can't it just be you can't make it in?
We have extra microphones.
Yeah, we should have him back on.
Eric was cool. But anyways, real fast to wrap up the story.
You want to finish something for once?
I know, right? Go figure.
Jeez.
He always finishes.
I hope so.
First.
No.
No.
Oh,
He's
what
a gentleman.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Sorry,
sex
kids. Sorry, kids.
They don't know what that means.
So the owner.
Ask your parents.
Yeah. So the owner,
Birds and the bees.
hit me up and said, just fix this with the customer and even it out, make sure everything's okay. So I called the guy, and he was stoked that we called, even though, and he goes, I'm sorry if I got you in trouble and all. And I'm like, no, you didn't get me in trouble, man. I'm like, that's technically what the surveys are for. It's for you to speak your mind. So, and he ended up being a forum junkie. And
Jesus.
and going on to
Sometimes it may be good,
Yeah,
sometimes it may be
exactly.
shit.
No, mostly shit.
listen closely. Forum junkie. So
That's yeah.
So he fixed it himself, the glove box noise.
He did really fix it himself.
Yep. He did he did enough digging, and he found his car, same concern, coming from the same place during certain speeds, and all that he ended up doing was shoving a bunch of foam between this one
and
spacer.
I tell people that all the time. It's like you would be much better off taking it to a stereo shop.
Yeah.
And just paying
Right.
a little bit out of pocket to have the dudes do what they do best, because my guys
Or dudettes.
Dudes and dudettes.
Sorry. My guys are really great at what they do, but they're not going to give a fuck about your tiny little rattles every here and there.
Nope.
And that's not covered under warranty. The car is going to rattle and squeak and things like that. There, there's tolerances for those sort of things.
Yep.
If you really want this thing quiet, like Kevin says all the time, that was me. I was
okay.
Oh,
use a
okay.
swear
I was
word.
like, where did that
Yeah, I
noise
was
come
I
from?
was about to use a swear word. Like Kevin, our former co-host, said, he really is pissed off by squeaks and rattles, and
That's why my
not
Lexus is at the
warranty.
dealer right now.
It's
That's not warranty.
It's warranty for 12.
For most things. There's a
Yeah,
within
within reason.
Yeah.
within reason when compared to a like vehicle,
Correct.
things like that. And obviously, I understand like if it's really annoying or like I can hear it all the time. Yeah, we'll look into that for you. But if you're really being anal about it, like Kevin does, that's not warranty. Take that to somewhere else and have them take care of that.
That's why my car's at the dealer right now.
For a rattle.
Eric, what are you doing? Are you going to show me a rattle noise on your phone? Like I love to hear from customers.
It's not a rattle noise, but it's really annoying. Listen, it's when
With your aftermarket suspension.
Not at all.
Is this the one you
car
showed
is-
me?
Yes.
Yeah.
My car is completely 100% stock.
Oh, is it the Lexus?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean Toyota. Sorry.
I think you used the bell in vain.
He
No.
did use the bell and van.
Well, it's over here.
No, this is the noise
have the bell, so I
the
gotta ring
Lexus
the-
makes when the parking brake disengages. It's an electronic parking brake. So
Okay.
listen. It didn't do it because I had the volume down. Hold on. Listen, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm going to do is take it out of gear. Do you hear that loud pop in there?
Yeah.
It's so fucking annoying. It's
Wait a
loud.
minute, that's not the video you showed me. Didn't you have some other noise while you were driving
I don't think
with
so.
the Lexus?
No, not
I
that
thought
I'm
you
aware of.
showed me a video that
No,
had.
it makes a loud pop when the parking brake and disengages, and it's really fucking obnoxious. So, my car's at the Lexus dealer right now, but they put me in a loaner. They've had it for 2 weeks,
Yep.
which is fine. I don't care.
Thanks for going on
Still
a
haven't been
joyride
able
with
to
me.
verify the
Yes.
noise.
Oh, that's right. We did verify.
Yep.
We attempted to verify Jake's noise.
Yep, we
His
finally did.
whining
When?
noise.
When?
When
Saturday.
You've been complaining about this for a long time.
I finally listened to
So
it.
do you hear it, and is it normal
heard it.
operation noise?
No, I think it's the transmission.
Yeah.
We gotta get that fixed while it's still morning.
Yeah.
We got plenty of time. 5 years, 60,000. We're at 15,000 miles in a year and a half in.
Yeah, we're doing
Did you
good.
buy that or lease it?
No,
Lease it.
we're leasing it for now.
What do you-
We're probably
what do
gonna
you
buy it
care?
out though.
Huh?
What do you care then?
Because I like my car being operational and not sounding like
It's
this. and not-
completely operational.
And not, yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah, it's like kind of like
no,
No, it's not. It's
not.
more of a-
It's
It's a high-pitched whine.
Everyone
it's
make
really
their
annoying.
impressions of Jake's car's noise.
No,
it doesn't suck.
it does.
It's a whine.
sucks.
It sucks. It does suck, but it's a whine.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's like a.
Sounds
It's
like
like
Allie
a-
on the weekends.
Wait, that's not how I sound.
Do you have a fluid leak?
It's a tranny whine.
Are you sure?
Positive. Check
Driveway's
release.
clean.
Doesn't necessarily mean you don't
Yeah,
have a leak.
you could have a splash shield absorbing
Well,
all
but
of
it's
that.
not on the ground.
Well, you
It's
could
not
have a
so
splash
bad
shield
that it's on the
absorbing
ground. Yes,
common
that is
misconception by
possible.
customers.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Yeah, you should stick to your warranties.
Jake,
Don't you have an office to get
Jake.
back to?
What the fuck?
Wow, I kind of feel like you guys are calling me a bitch right now.
no, I'm defending
No,
you.
we're trying to communicate with you like we should with customers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought we did that.
When?
Oh,
It's so many
That was a
pages
good
back.
try.
Wow, Allie, you are a bitch.
She's 100% that.
Communicating with
bitch.
customers.
what?
That was a
Communicating with
compliment,
customers.
by the way.
Okay, everybody all talked at
It
the
was a
same time.
compliment. I said you're 100%
I
that bitch.
heard that, and thank you.
I said it
recognize
too.
You. I see you. Thank you. So how is your communication with your customers? Even though I set that up perfectly, it doesn't matter what order we do them, but it's okay.
You did really good, but this isn't really more
Good.
of a me thing. It's kind of more for Jake and like the listeners.
Oh my God. Sorry. It's fine.
Inside joke, guys. Really
ahead.
sorry. Eric's gonna unflood his basement.
I need a mop.
He needs a bucket and
Makes
a
me want a
mop.
hot dog real bad.
Oh, well, that filter yesterday.
I showed him the pillow lips filter on TikTok.
I haven't seen that one. You have to show me.
You look just
It
like
makes
what's
you
her
look
face.
like her.
Ew.
Yeah, like you look really shiny and you have big cheeks and like big poofy lips.
Gross.
And then I was doing the makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Give your balls a tug, tit fucker.
There it is.
Double play.
Smashed
I
it.
figured that one. Sorry, my
It
bad.
worked out though.
Jennifer Coolidge.
So, anyways,
So good.
Michael, communication and why it's key.
Smoke signals.
So one of the biggest when I was doing shop foreman stuff, one of the biggest complaints that I got is the
Oh, you're not doing that anymore? Oh, I'm sorry.
I feel like I
Tune
missed
in next
something.
week to see if Michael comes back.
we have to talk about that.
Come back.
Anyway, so one of the biggest complaints, Allie, no, bad.
Bad Alley.
She's gonna chew it at both ends.
Did you do both ends, guys? Is it two ends? Did it two ends?
Listen to the whole show to understand that joke.
Guys, did you both ends? Both ends?
So one of the biggest complaints that I hear from customers, is that the lack of communication. They try to call in to the shop, they can't get through to somebody or just leave messages. They try to
Oh,
text.
that's
through
because
the-
you guys don't have a freaking receptionist anymore.
But we do.
No, you don't.
No.
Because I tried to call and there's no receptionist.
Okay.
There's
She's never
only
at her desk.
buttons.
We also have a text in line that the advisors, when they're talking to their customers before they call the shop, and so like when the repair order is written up and everything like that, a text message gets generated through the computer system to text message the customer through the computer that, oh, this is so and so from this dealership.
We have that too.
Yeah. So okay, and then that's how they prefer to communicate the advisors. However, because the advisors are so overloaded with workload, they say
Load.
they cannot communicate with customers or pick up the phone as often as it rings or the text messages come in. And so I still find it very, very hard to think that you can't come in, 50 minutes, earlier, or stay 30 minutes later. You guys gonna be okay?
I don't know. That's Pina Colada's about to pop out her nose.
You guys weren't even through the first half yet.
Allie was taking a drink and I held her elbow up. So
Alcohol, the number one clear to boredom.
Well, thank God it's Friday night.
Hi, baby.
I just feel like that if, obviously it's
sticky
hard to
now.
communicate with a lot of people if you're understaffed and you can't answer every phone call because you're dealing with the people that are in front of you or the phone calls that you're already on or the phone calls that you need to make.
Yep.
Which is why everyone needs a support staff. However, I still feel like, just based on what I personally see at my dealership, would everybody stop popping? What? You guys are like toddlers right now.
Michael, don't you always tell us we should have fun?
I hope you're having fun.
We are having fun. Are our listeners having fun? Are you guys having fun? Write us. Tell us. Are you having fun?
Oh, new poll question.
Ooh.
Are you having
Are
fun?
you having fun?
Here's a-
Do you enjoy our tangents?
Here's a poll question for you. Yes or no? Would you like to work with Mike?
Yes.
No. Do you want to make money?
love
Do you want to
it.
be successful? Do you want to learn stuff? Yeah? Okay, then come work with me.
I'm
Okay.
surprised those hats fit that inflated head.
Ooh.
You want to talk about it?
High five from over here.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
This thing is so
you have to
inflated
high
right now.
five.
It's bad. It is bad, and I'm working on it, and that's why I kind of toned back the role that I was playing.
It was a joke. It was supposed to be funny.
Oh,
We laughed.
And anyways, if you know you're good, you're good.
When you know you're
Let the
best.
communication with customers. Like if you come in a little bit earlier or stay a little bit later, you might have time to do like the paperwork and all the documentation stuff that you need to do, so that you would have more time to communicate with customers when you don't have somebody in front of your face or actively on the phone. And again, I'm not in that position, so I don't know and I can't say, but I this was actually for you, Jake. I just wanted to hear what your input was on it, because I know that some people come in, 5 minutes before their shift starts. And even for somebody in my position, that's not appropriate. You got to get dressed. You want to get your coffee. You got to say hi to your friends. You got to, get your paperwork done. So I kind of wanted to hear what your thoughts were on that, because you're the only service advisor here.
Me and Ali tend to get there early, 20 to 15 minutes early. And it's mainly for that. It's so I can get at least the float from yesterday into the following morning taken care of. Make sure that I can clear my voicemails. I can open up and check my emails.
And sometimes he has to make coffee if the cashier isn't there on time.
Make coffee. Same thing. I like to say good morning to my techs. I like to kind of shoot the shit for a few minutes. I might take a couple of puffs off my vape.
Who doesn't? I mean,
Right,
that's part of why we enjoy being at work.
That's why.
It's not to make money. It's to say hi to our friends and do that.
That's why you get to work early. If you get to work on time, you're late.
Right. And with the communication with customers, it is true with being in that office setting where you've got the weird thing that customers try and pass off and don't think we're going to call their bullshit, is the fact that they go, oh, well, I'm 45 minutes early, so my car is going to go out next. And it's like, no, you're here 45 minutes early, and now you're going to sit for probably 30 to 35 minutes before your car's seen. And by that time, all the other 8:30s are showing up. So now it's pretty much a wash. But it's that you got to juggle. And sometimes you have the cool customer where you're talking with them, but the phone rings and they go, oh, it's fine. Put them on hold. It's cool. But yeah, your phone's ringing, the dispatch office is ringing, and the dispatcher's nowhere to be found. The porter's washing a car, so a car has to be pulled up. You've got a person in front of you. You've got another one that's inside of the cashier, and you've just got to...
Wait, your customer's inside of the cashier?
In with the cashier. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I suppose this is maybe more of a gripe about not having a service department or any department that is not set up adequately to have the support staff that it needs.
I would kill for a
that's
fucking
like a
service drive greeter.
A greeter would how
fucking-
about a receptionist?
I would kill for it.
How about a receptionist and an appointment taker on top of the receptionist? The
Yeah.
receptionist, operator forwards the. Now you're being.
You guys don't have a dispatcher?
Why did that sound
Not
so...
yet.
Why
You
did...
guys don't have a dispatcher?
You guys don't have a dispatcher.
Like, oh
You
my
guys
God.
don't
Oh my
dispatch her?
Well,
We dispatch him.
that may be coming down the pipeline. IS.
He giggity.
Giggity.
Coming down my
Katie.
pipeline.
Any case.
Hashtag sell the bell.
Allie,
Hi.
before, because
No,
the keys...
there's not time.
No!
The keys are jingling. They're already jingling. I can hear them in the
Mikey has
distance.
to pee.
We do have a minute or so if you guys have something
Allie,
quick.
explain why you're a bitch.
Well, I think that this.
Well, everyone knows that.
Faster.
Let's
Briefer.
go ahead
Let's go.
and
Briefer.
tease. Let's tease that
Just a tip.
constructive criticism can sometimes be construed as bitchy, even though
If
it's
you're a
not
pussy.
bitchy. So now Mike is gonna run back to the board and jingle the keys.
Nope. He said keep going. Tell the story.
Okay. Well, it's longer than okay.
Just
So,
tell the fucking story.
I'm telling the fucking story.
God damn it.
God,
You're
such a
fuck.
bitch.
God, you're such a bitch.
I am apparently to some people a bitch, and you know
All of
what?
them.
If that's what you guys think, that's your
you
problem.
need to do like me and just embrace it. I am a bitch. I'm well
You know
aware of
what?
that.
I'm proud of who I am.
I am, and I admit that to people. You know what? Today I snapped
I
at a
don't
couple of my
think you're a
coworkers. I snapped at a couple of my coworkers, and it was because this truck was giving me shit. And I said, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm well aware I'm a bitch. I know that, and I'm fine with it. But I apologize. I didn't mean to snap at you. This truck is getting to me a little bit. That's my outlet with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
As opposed to getting frustrated and cussing or throwing tools. And I turn into a bitchy person. But I still deal with it. So I apologize. Don't take it seriously. And don't take it personally. Excuse me. And my friends... My close friends and neighbors, I hope some of you got that reference. They know not to take it personally.
Right.
So
Well,
it's just in my nature.
And Allie, if you
And
would
I think in that instance, that's fine. But in my instance, I gave some constructive criticism because
it wasn't even constructive criticism. It was a nice way of telling somebody, quit fucking butting in and shutting your whore mouth.
Mind your business.
Yeah, so the long story short of it all is that I was having a work-related conversation with two other coworkers trying to delegate which work needed to be done at what time of the day because it was the end of the pay period, so we need to get payroll done. And then also we have an internal audit that we needed some ROs pulled for. So we were delegating what was going to happen. And during this time, one of our coworkers interrupted us 3 separate times.
About
And
that topic or something different?
No, about something
Random.
else, asking other questions. And it's not like we were droning on and on about it. And
Task at hand.
So finally, I very nicely said, hey, did you realize that we were having a conversation? Because she had her earbuds in. And I was like, see,
Callback.
earbuds. Yeah. So she's like, oh, no, I didn't. She's like, no, she was a little attitudey about it. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. So
And
it's like,
she's also one of the
okay,
people when she's trying to
well-
get something across, like how she said interrupted 3 times. It's like, hey, are you listening to me?
Well,
Are you listening to me?
If we didn't answer you 3 times, there's probably a reason why we didn't. We were just wrapping up the conversation. So she proceeds to say, no, it was just, I didn't notice or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, you might just want to be a little bit more aware of your situation when, so you know what's going on, because we were trying to focus at the task at hand. To which point the person gets extremely huffy puffy, walks away, and mutters the word bitch under their breath. Now,
Bitch.
I don't know
Maybe
if
she
it was
didn't realize
calling
because she
me a
had her
bitch.
earbuds in.
Maybe so.
Everything you're doing is bad.
I want you to know
You to know this.
And I have an amazing support team around me that really made me have a good day in the morning, because I was having an issue that morning, and Eric and Mike and Jake were all, we were texting like, have a good morning. And we were just like sending goofy gifts and shit to each other. It was wonderful. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a good day. It's not going to bother me. And I didn't confront her about it. I was just like, okay. She came back up to me and she's like, I don't know why you have to make such a big deal about things. To which I laughed in her face, which might not have been that nice.
It's because I'm a bitch.
I literally said, it's not a big deal. And I went on my day, because we've been...
There it is.
It took me a second. Sorry.
Very nice. Love it.
So I think we should come back to constructive criticism, because I have some questions for you guys if you're interested.
I'm that bitch. I'm 100%.
That
I can't get there. that
We
fast.
need to put that on a...
I'm that bitch that if I'm mid conversation with someone and somebody comes up and talking to me, I will put my finger up. I will put my finger up
The
to you
finger was
and
put.
say, without without verbally saying, hold on 1 second.
Hold up.
I won't even pause what I'm saying. I will continue talking and put my finger up.
Yeah.
You see, I'm having a conversation. You come up and start talking to me. You need to be more conscientious about your surroundings.
It's infuriating, because literally with my 10-year-old niece, who I love very much, something that we work on a lot is not interrupting. And I tell her, wait for the pause. You have to wait for the pause in the conversation, and then you can move forward. And I felt like telling her, wait for the pause.
Jacob has learned that.
Wait for the pause.
Wait for
Not
the
interrupting.
Speaking of pauses,
Hey, Michael.
We have to thank our sponsors. Thank you to Nick Lowridge from Matco Tools for supplying us with Matco Tool products.
And thank you to Ray Moon from El Ranchito Taco Shop, that I said correctly this time.
This time.
And his
Lake
creamy
Elsinore.
guac.
You did.
Very creamy.
Wow.
Wow.
And Justice Brothers products from...
Travis Ferris from Hit Distributing.
Yes.
Yes. And Dale Follett from Twisted Bills.
Follet.
yes.
Follet.
Follet.
Dale Follet.
Norman Glacier,
Norman
Yes.
Glacier.
Hi, Norm. We'll see you in a
Tyler.
little bit.
Jean-Luc,
All those wonderful people.
everybody
And
else in spot
Bruce
merchandise,
Wayne for
and
this amazing music.
Bruce Wayne.
I am Bruce Wayne.
I am Batman. We'll be right back.
Mike, what are you eating? That looks amazing.
Oh, this? It's just a delicious Elsinore burrito from El Ranchito Taco Shop.
Is that nacho cheese sauce and hot Cheetos?
Nacho cheese, hot Cheetos, and their mouth-watering carne asada. And I'm dipping it in their creamy guac.
Creamy guac. Yum.
Giggity.
I guess this is a great time to remind everyone that if they're ever in the Inland Empire area, visit Ray at El Ranchito Taco Shop.
Yeah, totally. Check them out on facebook.com/Ranchito Elsinore.
Or on their Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
Now I want me some Elsinore burrito and some of that creamy guac.
Giggity.
I can always give you some of my creamy guac, Jake. Just ask.
El Ranchito Taco Shop, Lake Elsinore.
More than just great Mexican food.
Cat scratch fever. Stray cat scratch.
Oh, God, my balls. Oh,
You didn't leave those at home on her
she
dresser?
stepped on my kanikis. Who's bringing us back? It's me. I get the honor. Holy shit, everybody.
I'll let you.
Welcome back to Customer States Podcast. Where I have been allowed to bring us back from break because apparently I do it all the time. So since I get to grace you with my presence because my overlords have allowed it, welcome back. Thanks for joining us for the second half. We hope you enjoyed the ads because we sure did. Eric is giving me the sign that he would like to indulge in a beverage.
It's just one of those days.
It is.
Michael, are you going to join me?
It's just one of those gays.
Ready?
Are we the only two that are cracking?
You're the only two because
We're on a
I am
diet.
feeling fantastic right now.
And we're
good.
And we're on a diet, unfortunately. Ow, woman. Easy.
You're gonna splooge all over the board.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow.
It's just only a little bit this time.
It's just a little.
Pre-splooge.
There's no alcohol in this. It's only 8%.
Yeah, the 13s were nuts. Those were good,
I
though.
loved those.
Those are
were
good.
super good. So
Ow.
we had teased before the break.
Welcome back
talking,
to Customer States Podcast.
Yeah.
I already said that.
No, I want to say it again.
Oh, okay.
Thank you to our sponsors.
I wanna
said
say,
Oh.
welcome back to Customer
Oh,
States
my
Podcast.
God. The fuck?
Remember that movie Groundhog Day?
That was kind of my flight attendant voice.
Please remain seated.
The exits are at the rear and the side of the cabin.
Actually, it's an entrance.
In the point
Oh,
of
sorry.
It's
in the
an
point
entrance
of an
at the rear.
emergency, please put your mask on first and punch the baby next to you.
And you can use your seat as a flotation device.
Your seat cushion.
You can
Your
use
seat
your
cushion. Oh my God. Sorry that you're the best flight attendant ever. and I
Stop
thought-
it.
He worked in hospitality.
I
Okay.
did work in
That's
hospitality.
right.
Hospitality.
For many, many
I
years.
think I'm going to come over and practice my
I'm
flight
gonna
attendant
A
voice.
decade
I'm not there yet.
Everyone's just yelling.
on my face. What?
So,
Hi.
It's like a new toy. You just, I just want to hit it all the time.
and I love it very much.
I miss the old sound bites.
Which one?
The ones on the other page that you never visit.
There's a lot of pages.
There is a lot that you
Like,
never
for
visit.
instance, the Law and Order.
Inconceivable.
No, that's been retired.
You retired the Law and Order. We didn't even get to use it.
We used it a bit in the beginning. I'll bring it. I can bring it back, but I only have so many.
I was thinking in the shower the other day of how much I miss the old sound bites.
Which ones?
All of them. All of the old ones. The original ones.
Well, there's not that many old ones.
There is.
They're still all the same. Eric, get at me after the podcast. and
You know what
you
it
can tell me
sounds
which
like
ones
to me, you guys? Sounds like Eric, Mike. It sounds like Eric is giving you some constructive criticism about the show.
Indeed.
So,
Beautiful segue, Allie.
so, so
Oh,
how
no, that
do
was the
you-
last topic.
How do no? But have you been listening?
That's all, folks.
We can skip around. It's okay.
No, I had teased that we were going to talk about how you guys feel about constructive criticism.
Do you feel that? It's just the tip.
Because
Thank you, Mikey.
as evidence from the last story, not all people take constructive criticism very well. So
Is that
how?
what that was? Because I'm pretty sure you were just being a bitch.
Well, see, it can be construed that way, and I guess it all depends on your opinion of how the. And I might have had some tone in my voice. I might have had a tone.
Maybe.
Excuse me, I think you need to be a little bit more mindful of interrupting us and be aware of your situation.
I'm sorry. Did you just try and fucking speak with us?
You can sit with us. So,
Listen here, you fucking mangy, scabby ass looking bitch.
I personally,
Wow. That was a
if
lot.
it is in the right tone and not like, hey, you're a fucking idiot, you need to do this instead of what you're doing.
But you can say that in the undertone.
You can say that in the undertone.
I'm here for it.
You know, but still, like, maybe you get pissed off at it at first.
Spill the tea, Allie.
But when you think about it later, like after, you're home from work, in the morning you're taking a shower or whatever, and you're thinking about the encounter, like maybe you're like, oh, well, maybe I could do that different.
When is your thinking time?
Right
Your
before I go to
reflecting
bed.
time?
like when
Time to reflect and think about the day.
I always read before I go to bed.
Oh my God, Jacob.
Can you shut that off, Jake?
Oh, sorry about that.
Really? Wow. Oh my God.
Thank you, Mike.
I prefer
Phrasing.
Wow.
Just kidding. No one likes that one.
No, you're not.
No, I don't. Anyways,
Do not come.
enough about me.
Not yet, at least. Accents on the mouth.
I feel like you guys need to take. I would like to give you guys a little bit of constructive criticism, and I think
She's gonna be a bitch.
that you guys need to be a little bit more mindful of when I'm talking instead of
That's a t-shirt.
interrupting me.
Anyways, what you were saying, Jacob, like, I'm kidding. I love you. I love
So
you and everything that comes out of
Mike,
that
why is your
beautiful
dog so
mouth.
crusty?
She's a light-skinned dog, and she gets like skin issues. Anyway,
There's so much dandruff.
She spends all time sunbathing.
bathing.
Some thing.
Well, I said that weird, but you know, so-
Michael, what is
fucking
your
fight me.
opinion on constructive criticism? Is there a place for it? Do you take it well?
even though people try to tell me that I don't take it well, I do take it well. It just seems that I don't take it well for whatever reason. But it also kind of depends on the subjects that we're doing it on. If you're telling me about how I did a job or I did how a specific repair procedure, I'm like all about it. But if you tell me that the meme that I made on the podcast didn't make sense to you, I don't give a shit.
What happened? Completely missed it.
Anyway, I'd like to think that I'm like very good with, relatively good with constructive criticism.
You're gonna have to edit that out. Write it down.
Write it down.
Edit what out?
Jake just okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Should we do like a couple seconds of silence
No,
so you can?
no,
Okay.
because it's
No,
gonna
we're
be
good. We don't
the
know.
video.
We don't know.
Okay.
Anyway,
Shout out to Jeff, by the way. Thanks
That-
for listening to all of
Jeff,
our
thank
episodes,
you.
Jeff.
Thank you,
whoever
Jeff.
is.
Jeff.
I know Jeff.
Jeff. I love Jeff.
Jeff is amazing.
Everybody loves a Jeffrey.
Moving
Everybody
forward,
loves a Jeffrey.
yes, I do.
We don't get to talk about constructive criticism?
No, I do enjoy constructive criticism, and I'm very open to it. But when somebody tries to tell me something that I know that is blatantly correct or funny, and they try to tell me that they don't understand it, it does bother me. Just because, like, you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not funny to fucking 88,000 other people.
It matters when the majority of our people don't understand it either.
The
That's
majority
when it
is not the person I'm talking about.
matters. Well, we need to include the majority.
Mike's a bitch. Eric's a lover.
Wait, where is that one? Damn it. Wait, hold on.
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Yeah, we know. Unfortunately.
So when do you
it works.
guys think that constructive criticism edges into assholiness?
Edging and assholes? I'm here for this conversation.
Yeah,
Let's
so
do
tell
it.
me your answer then.
It's all in your delivery.
But like what is the delivery? Like what is it?
Not sounding condescending.
But go deeper. I know you
I'm
guys
running
are
out.
fucking
I have
Edging
got nothing.
assholes going deeper.
I have nothing more to give, babe. I'm sorry.
Well, it's just it's hard to know where the line is.
Let me give you an example. Like today, my apprentice was not at work yesterday, and in first thing in the morning, I was in the office when a heater pulled on the drive. And for those of you who don't know what a heater is, it's a very angry and irate customer. Pulled on the service drive, and he's blowing up the service advisor. You guys had my truck for 2 weeks, and you said it was the water pump leaking, and it's still leaking. It's puking, cooling, blah blah blah, going on and on and on.
Calm
and on.
the
We got a heater.
And
We
our
care a lot.
yeah. And you know, round of applause to our service advisor, JM, for handling that so well. He's always calm, cool, and collected. I wish I had his
skills.
Patience and demeanor. He did very well and had the customer go wait in the service lodge. And to be honest, I didn't actually know that it was a vehicle that I'll say I worked on, but I had my apprentice work on it because I still take responsibility for it. I heard it was a coolant leak. I'm like, I'll take a look at it real quick. And then when I took it back to my bay, I'm like, oh, that was one that we touched. And so there was coolant everywhere, and I'm doing an inspection because I remember the work that we did, and there was a hose clamp that wasn't fully set in place. And so the truck got hot, as it does when you drive it, and it spewed all the coolant out of the cooling system while the customer was driving. All right, that's cool. So long story short, I fixed the clamp. I refilled the cooling system. I pressure washed his engine compartment and the undercarriage and washed his truck and sent him on his way. And then I had also noticed at the end of that day that he didn't roll up the windows and lock a vehicle that he was working on.
Oh,
that's a big no-no for me. It's a big no-no for me. You don't do that. You have to. That's not your car. Those aren't your belongings in that car. You roll up those windows and you lock the car when you leave for the day. There's no reason for them to be down. None at all. And we're right next to a fucking body shop. Guess where all that body filler dust goes? Inside the vehicle. Are you going to detail the inside of the car? No, you're not. So fucking roll the windows up. Anyways,
it's not hard.
But I digress. So he came in today and he went about his day. Bong. I had him tear down a vehicle and he was getting ready to leave. And I let him know, I said, all right, so before you take off, I had taken a picture of the clamp. I said, look at this picture and tell me what's wrong with it. And it took him a couple minutes and he looked at everything and he zoomed in. He's like, oh, well, that clamp's off. I'm like, yeah, it is. I was like, what's that? And I reminded him of the vehicle. He's like, oh, yeah, I remember that. I said, I'm not here to harp on you or beat you up. I said, I'm just pointing out to you something that you missed. We can't make mistakes like these. Be aware of it next time. Now you know that you need to double check your clamps every time that you do these repairs and make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Okay, cool. I said, and then one other thing. And then I told him about the windows and he's like, did I do that? I'm like, yes.
Yes, you did.
Remember to roll up the windows and lock the vehicle. I already did that for you, though, while you were out. So and he's like, okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. So, again, it's all in the delivery, letting them know where their fuck up was, if it happens to be a fuck up, whatever your constructive criticism was about. But
so I can relate to that, too, because today I had a repair, and I feel like it was a different situation. It wasn't someone who I had, like, a tumultuous relationship with.
Ooh,
right?
Tumultuous.
Like the person that I mentioned in the story before, like I feel like I've tried to put a lot of effort into our work. Like you don't have to like me as a person,
but you will respect me.
Yeah, we do have to work together. And I do kind of feel like, you know, I have been in the dealership a little bit longer than her. Like I know the way things go, and it wasn't conducive to how we do things. And so I had mentioned that to a service writer that he might want to check his ROs to make sure all the parts are there.
Because it's better for the writer, it's better for you, it's better for the business.
And it's about the checks and balances.
Everyone needs to know that everything is there. Yeah.
Right. Like, because he does, first of all, it wastes time. First and foremost, it is fixable, but it wastes time.
Yeah.
So I have to have another RO created to account for that part. And if it was in another month or on the cusp of month end, he wouldn't have gotten paid for that part in that month. So that is important to him. He missed some time because he went on vacation. So whatever. Which he says to me that our DMS system is just deleting parts.
I don't think that's how that works.
Nope.
It's just so we can peel back the curtain a little bit. In our system, there is a audit log of what every single person did, every single thing that each person touched in the DMS, in the computer, in the dealer management
it's all
system.
keystroke recorded and stuff like
How
that.
many times you went in to edit the story,
Yeah, what you
it said
removed.
before, what it said after. all of that.
Exactly, which is every dealer management system, I'm pretty sure, does that.
Yeah.
So I went into the audit log and I noticed that what had happened was when the quote was made, the parts never got transferred over from the quote to the RO.
Right.
Okay, fine. So we can conclude that it's parts department's issue.
Right.
But it's still your responsibility to review the RO before you close it and send it on to the cashier before it gets collected for payment.
This is a service advisor?
This is a service advisor.
Yes.
And I feel like immediately was, that's not my fault.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we all have little responsibilities here and there. Yes, someone else made a mistake, but you could have caught it.
But
and
when you
could have
see the
saved
bill is
yourself
supposed
time.
to be $2,200 like you quoted the customer and it's coming out to $800, you don't see a fucking problem there?
Well, and I think that part of the problem is that this was not customer pay because it was warranty and it doesn't affect the customer. They don't think to look at it this. I agree. I 100% agree that it doesn't matter. But you have, it's some people, it will just never be their fault.
Nope.
They won't take responsibility and they refuse to be in the wrong.
Because they're perfect.
I am.
Well, we know that.
For sure.
We know that.
And I feel like, you know, since I'm the only person that does my job, if someone has criticism for me, I try to be very, very open about that. And because receptive, I feel if someone can give me a kernel of advice that's going to make my job easier or save the company money, then that is everything. That is really important, and I will take that.
One-time use parts.
Hey, Alan,
One-time use parts.
Can I give you a kernel of advice for your job?
Yes.
If you spent less time talking to April, you might be able to actually catch up on your work.
I've worked on that. You know what? I'm receptive to that. I hear you. And, you know, I actually have been working on that because I've had a lot of work to do.
Can I also give you an extra kernel?
Yes.
If it weren't for you, I would not be able to write the warranty stories and make sure everything was coded the way that it was.
Thank you.
One-time use parts.
Or perhaps have the job that you have right now.
You guys have one-time
True
use
that.
parts, right?
I've told her that many a
Fuck
times.
yeah, we have one-time use parts.
Count your lucky stars.
That's the
Jacob.
technician's responsibility.
well, actually, I
and there are techs that
slightly
don't feel that's responsibility.
And then what's happening
I
is...
slightly loathe her and love her for getting me this job.
Yeah, I
think that's
warned
healthy.
you ahead of time.
You did warn him.
But the one-time use parts issue at our dealership is parts feels like it's the technician's responsibility and the technicians feel like it's parts responsibility.
it's a
And
technician's
if everybody
responsibility.
worked as a goddamn team, it really wouldn't matter.
But in all fairness, I don't expect
If it has to be, I'm
the
just
parts.
saying.
The parts
It
department
should be a team. It should
Hold
be
on.
a team.
Yes, it should be. But the parts department doesn't go through the workshop manual to order all the one-time use parts for that job because that's not their job.
That's not, yeah, exactly.
It's the
Eric. not
it's the
their
technician's job
Yes.
and responsibility. If you're doing a repair, you have to go through every single step in the workshop manual to look up all the one-time use parts.
A
and
ton
say,
of hyperlinks
"This
if you're
is what
dealing with Ford."
I need. This is what I need for us to be in compliance with warranty and for me to do a job. Whether or not you allegedly not replace that component because you didn't need to remove it for that part, allegedly, you still need to have it charged out.
Yes.
It still has to be there, period.
Yep, has to be.
Do your technicians look up their labor ops or do you do that for them? I know every dealership's different.
No, technicians are not supposed to
Every
look up labor operations.
dealership is different.
Mike is correct. Technicians are not supposed to look up their labor
Allowed
operation.
to know labor operations.
Wow.
But Eric,
Yes. If you want to get paid, spend, like I get so frustrated when I see posts on Facebook or Instagram or whatever about techs. You know, it'll be some random post, and the conversation will go into labor and labor ops, and you know, well, this says this pays that, and it's supposed to pay this or whatever. Why are you doing that? The warranty administrator should be supposed to be doing that. You're not getting paid for that. No, but at the same time, I want to get paid properly. You know,
Well, and how doesn't it help you if you say, hey, to your warranty administrator, hey, I think I'm supposed to get this labor op.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, okay. And then they can open it up to their whole car line and be like, oh, hey, every time someone does X job, I'm supposed to add X labor op. And you've just increased your profit for warranty.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
you've also increased the amount of money that the manufacturer is now spending per each repair if each individual technician or franchise dealership was not claiming those labor operations or those parts.
But if they owe you the money, it's valid. Now, there are situations if your story permits. However, like for Volkswagen, there are linking labor operations. Okay, so if you drop down your intake manifold labor operation, there are contained operations, which you cannot claim because those items are contained and are overlapped in the main operation. And there are without labor operations, which means you cannot do this job without doing these other things. So Volkswagen thinks that every job should be linking. So they already know what the baseline is for that repair.
Yeah.
So if you're adding shit on top of that and it's not in your story, like how Mike is saying, that's when you need to really be vigilant.
Cover your ass.
Oh, that's good. That should be a soundbite.
It really should.
CYA is like one of my favorite sayings.
It's literally like 80% of warranty is covering your fucking ass.
Yeah, and it makes your job easier.
It's not like you're being fraudulent. You're just giving proof that you're doing the right thing.
And don't fight the hand that feeds you.
Says.
You know, keep your warranty admin happy. Make their life easier. If you're making it difficult for them to find things and look for things, and you don't do things because, and they always have to go back and check and fix things and call other people to understand.
Do I make your job easy?
No.
Jake does, but
Yay!
But let me tell you this:
you ever sitting across from someone and just get the urge to go, yeah?
I'm gonna turn this into a double-edged compliment in a way. Because
yes, I'm so here for it. Please,
Jake does a great job of elaborating on a technician's story to make sure that what the tech told him
is construed properly through warranty.
Correct. However,
sometimes maybe good, sometimes
ding, ding, ding. Hashtag sell a bell.
The technician is supposed to have all of that written on the RO for you. Technically, nothing that is on your final copy of the RO should be more or less than what that technician wrote on the back of the RO.
Yeah, so stop changing our fucking
Do you guys
stories.
agree?
Angel is the best. Actually, no. Angel and Jeff tie for first place.
If I can read Jeff's writing, I love you, Jeff. You're amazing. But I've learned
to read his writing. Jeff and Angel tie for first. Freddie is a close second.
I am fluent in Japanese.
Wow.
So constructive criticism. I could go on forever.
He's the tech we were talking about. If you gave a toddler a dull crayon and told them to go nuts, that's his handwriting.
The
biggest. I've sent you pictures of his handwriting.
The biggest thing that I think that we all kind of overlooked right now is that
it was for advice of what it meant. I'm sorry.
So no. I don't. None of us said anything bad right now. But the fact that we all do different things in the shop, relatively. The fact that we all did different things in the shop,
I don't know what that was.
Relatively. And
someone farted. That wasn't me.
Don't you lie, Allie.
I blame Carlos.
I have not eaten anything that would make me gassy today.
I think it was Jake.
Anyway,
wow.
The fact that we all do something different in the shop, and the fact that we can all go through and give ourselves the check and balance process that we need makes us again, I don't want to say this term, but salty, makes us think that we know how to do
Everything perfect.
well, better.
That's a good point.
Or at least as good as the next person. And we're not always wrong because, not just the four of us in this room, but everybody listening to the show has been doing this for a long time, most likely.
Mike raises a good point. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Look at the board.
I understand. I have so much more to say about this topic.
We'll
and
Say it. We have time. Say it. We have time.
Say it. Go.
I mean,
go.
Because Mike doesn't want to talk about his story.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear about Mike's story. So maybe it's something that we can bring up at a different.
No, you're already in the middle of the story. Finish it.
So I think
I love a good finish.
everyone does. Big finish, jazz hands and everything.
On my face. Anyways.
Let's just say that to wrap it all up, that if it is about tone, it is so much about tone.
Yes.
But as a person who gives a lot of constructive criticism, because I try and present as that, and not as, you fucked up, do better. Maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's a better tactic. But I find that people I get such pushback.
Positive. You did a really good job, but this is how you could do an even better job next time.
You gave a great story.
I just want you to do okay.
And that's why you're not the manager. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
I do a good job. Hey, I got one of my techs to come in today after calling out.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Constructively, I got him to come in.
Good for you.
My vagina hurts.
By the way, Jack, I will give you a shout out, man, because you decided not to be a giant man baby. I'm very proud
Jack. of you. I know your tooth hurt.
Am I gonna have to go back and edit this?
Why?
Why?
Okay.
It was a nice thing.
He asked for a shout out. There's a shout out.
Oh, Jack. Well, thank you for listening and thank you for being a part of this.
And Jeff, make sure that Jack hears this.
Oh, because he listens to it at work.
Jeff listens to every episode.
Thank you, Jeff. We appreciate you.
We really do.
All the J listeners, we
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
for all your good warranty work. I'm constructively telling you that you do a great job.
Oh,
I love somebody who could write a good story and gets all
That's
the
what I
one
appreciate
parts
about
out.
you. Now, Mike,
Try not to be a bitch.
Mike, now
unless
tell
it's
us.
necessary.
Tell
enjoy
us.
being a bitch
The
once in a
people
while.
must know. The people must know.
Michael's raising his middle finger at us.
Michael is raising a question.
So I have to preface this by saying that I realized that in the last few episodes I've been complaining, and that's totally not the point of this.
It kind of is.
I feel like I was complaining a bit more than what is normal. But
That's a technical. See, like those fucking sound bites.
So I'm busy talking. I can't do both at the same time.
Kevin.
Wow. Well, you can pay Kevin to come back down here and manage this thing.
Kevin.
I would love him to come take this over.
That's what I get
Anyway,
for talking shit.
well. Anyway,
Yes.
so I had talked about last time how I had dropped the shop foreman gig because it wasn't working out and I wasn't able to make the hours and I wasn't able to make a living for myself.
Right.
And something had to give. And I didn't not want to let my dealership down. I did not want to let my team down in parts, sales, and service. And it was very hard for me to step down. But I literally came in to the service manager's office and I, like turning in your badge and your gun, and I turned in my paperwork, right? We talked about this, I believe.
Right.
Yep.
Yes, we did.
So
You relinquished one of your hats.
so I think it was 3 business days later after that, after months of asking.
3 business days later.
After months of asking for a raise, I get a new pay plan. I get called. Actually, it's ironic. I just happened.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I just happened to be at my house, which I left work early for, which everyone knows I leave work early for to set up for the podcast days. But my service manager calls me and says, "Hey, where are you?" I said, "Well, I'm at home setting up for the podcast." And long story short, she's trying to tell me that, oh, well, I have this, paperwork that I need to take a look at for the things that we were talking about earlier in the week. I said, okay, well,
I'll come back for that.
Yeah, it sounds great, but I'm indisposed right now, and I will, see you tomorrow. So I talked to the service manager tomorrow or whatever the next day, and she shows me the new pay plan. And the new pay plan, I don't know for those of you who are familiar with how California pays people, but in the state of California, we are hourly employees. And if we go above and beyond, because we are also flat rate employees, flag hour, piecemeal
you have
technicians.
to work 8 hours. And if you don't work over 8 hours, you have to make your rate.
100% efficiency. So if you are clocked in for 8 hours a day, you have to make at least 8 hours in efficiency in that time period, whether it be a week or 2 weeks or whatever. Eric, am I wrong? Did I explain that correctly?
Yeah. If so, you sell a job, the job pays X amount of hours. You need to, if you work 8 hours in a day, you need to sell so many jobs to equal that 8 hours. So if you did a water pump and a front timing cover, just hypothetically speaking, let's say that equals your 8 hours. Well, then you were efficient for the day because you were on the clock for 8 hours and you produced 8 hours worth of work, to put it in layman's term.
So the raise that was offered to me was for my flag rate hours, which means that if I was over 100% efficient for every pay period, I would get more money. However, the problem that I've been having is that because I've been doing so much shop foreman stuff and not being compensated for it, I've not actually,
reached efficiency.
Well, I've not reached efficiency, but I've actually lost money. I haven't gained money by increasing my workload. I've lost money by increasing the tasks that I take on.
Because you don't get to flag the tasks that you do.
Yes, exactly. Because I'm not in my stalls working on cars, cranking in hours. I'm doing everything else in the shop and talking to customers and all this kind of stuff. So, we sit down for this sit-down meeting. And I don't mean to air a bunch of dirty laundry, but I think it's important for people in the industry to hear.
People who are going through the same thing that you're going through right now.
Absolutely. We have people that write into us all the time asking about these sort of things. You guys see the emails, okay? Right?
We do.
So the biggest thing is that...
No, I don't have access to the email.
We need to get you
we'll
in.
give it to you. Okay, go on.
Daddy.
So the biggest thing is that the company comes to me with this nice fancy increase. However, it's an increase in my flag rate hours, which because I'm not able to be in my stalls long enough to make my hours, does not do anything to benefit me. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So
we're not retarded, Mike. Well, I am.
So
I need that T-shirt. Sorry to interrupt.
You can't.
Did anybody see that T-shirt?
I saw
it's
it.
fucking amazing. Did you see that
Okay,
T-shirt?
that's a You know what, Mike? You gotta let Mike finish.
He's talking.
Right. Sorry, I'm talking, Jake.
I think it's important for everybody to get that booster right now, and we're also running low on time.
Yes.
That too.
So I told my service manager, I said, that's really nice that you gave me this flag hour increase, and that's a lot. But the fact of the matter is that the whole reason why we're having this conversation is because I'm not being able to be in my stalls long enough, and I'm not able to be efficient, and I'm not able to make my flag hours. So the numbers that you just showed me are fucking irrelevant. So where is the benefit for me?
Yep.
And the service manager comes to me and says, well, I just need you to do like a little bit of stuff for me, after I had turned in my gun and badge, essentially, right?
For me.
And I said, well, no, I will do everything for the trans department and my boys down there. And I'm not going to let the shop fail, but I'm not doing everything that I did before. And I need you to continue to work on this for me, because this is not, well, where do you see yourself, where ideally, is your pay plan and things like that. And I told her in very, very plain numbers and words. And I said, This is where I see myself in the future. This is where I need to be. This is where I will best benefit the shop. I still want to have my toolbox and my stalls there. And when I want to work on a car, I'll work on a car. And if you guys have a messed up car, I'll work on the messed up car. But there are other things that I can do for this dealership that will improve the overall condition of the, customer's experience and the technician's experience and the efficiency of the dealership. I have, I'm not brilliant. I'm not a genius. I don't have all the answers, but I have a few.
Just a few.
Just a few. And I can make it work. But you need to allow me to do that without the hassle of worrying about hours and claiming efficiency, and then not only doing more work for less pay, but at least getting the same pay for doing the same amount of work.
Right.
Right.
So, again, I don't want to complain. I mean,
so that was
I'm
a productive conversation? Question mark?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I got the typical response of, well, let's, and I even said, listen, this pay plan is nice. And since I've renounced my shop foreman abilities, or shop foreman responsibilities, let me correct myself. Let's see how it works in the next 2 weeks. And if I'm able, and that doesn't help me now when I'm going away for the bachelor party in fucking stupid
be a month
Las
before you see
Vegas.
anything.
Yeah. So,
it sucks that we're not going to be in Las Vegas at the same time.
I'm going to be poor for a long time.
Yep.
And that is horrible because I've worked
just
super
expensive.
hard for all this stuff to do. But I'm still a company man, reluctantly. And I want to make it work. So let's see what happens in the next couple weeks. And if you can't make it work, I've already told you, she was bringing around a new hire to introduce around the shop, and she tried to introduce me as, the shop foreman and the guy that takes care of all the stuff in the shop. And I said, you're still trying. I'm not the shop foreman, and you're still trying to work on that for me. And I said it in a very nice way, not those words, but I said it in a very nice way because I didn't want to make a bad impression in front of the new employee.
Yep. Right.
But please do right by your employees. If you do right by your employees, they will do right by you. I'm not asking for much. I'm really not asking for much. I'll do way much more than I was paid for if you just give me something.
Yeah.
Something that makes a difference to me. It's not.
So, have you listened to a previous guest of the show, Tech from Flat Rate Tech podcast?
Billy.
So you need to listen to his last couple episodes. It's Fix Your Shop or something like that, and he does several.
Oh yeah,
it's a little series that he's doing. If you haven't listened to it, you should listen to it. Shout out to his podcast. He's
Flat
been
Rate
on
Tech
here.
podcast.
It's a little different vibe than what we have here. It's an anonymous tech that
he's unnamed, but he's amazing. His podcast is amazing. He has guests on. It's very similar to ours, Flat Rate Tech podcast. Please check him out.
There's a little more harsher in some sense vibe, but he's anonymous, so he can say the things that we don't feel comfortable saying, and it's specifically from a technician
keys on
your
that
mom.
one place.
That one place. Dale said that he'll make me that shirt. I'm so excited.
I'm gonna
That you're retarded.
I'm gonna email Billy
fucking
that
retarded.
we gave him a shout out and that he needs to give us a shout out.
Billy the Kid.
I'm curious if I should make this joke right now.
You should.
I think you should.
Okay, so Eric always gets to tell his jokes and his tongue twisters and
Yes.
stuff. So I got one, and it's either gonna complete the episode or ruin the episode.
Fair enough.
You
Okay.
ready?
Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. What's the easiest way to piss off a plumber?
What?
Easiest way to piss off a plumber.
Steal his nipples.
What?
There's nipples involved.
Easiest way to piss off a plumber.
I thought that was brought up because of the plumber nipple situation of last week.
I give up.
Really? Nobody? Nothing?
The easiest way to
Piss off a plumber.
cover his crack. Okay, what?
Kill his whole family.
Wouldn't that piss anyone off? Like,
Right. I think
Eric.
that's the joke. It's a
the
non-jokey
It's
joke.
a very
Eric,
horrible
how do you
joke.
How do you make a hormone?
Is that the trampoline one or no?
No.
How do you make a hormone?
You stick your fingers in? I don't know.
You don't pay her.
Oh, you don't pay her?
She whines too.
Right.
Oh my god.
Anyways, guys, thank you again for listening to
Wait, what was
another.
the joke?
How do you make a hormone?
Yeah, what was the punchline?
You don't,
you don't
pay her.
her. Oh, you missed it. Do you hear that? A hormone.
Yep.
Like I was saying, guys, thanks for
Not the
tuning
best
in
ending, my
for thanks for tuning in for another episode, guys. We appreciate all the listens and the messages and the emails and everything. Thank
And the
you
donations.
and our
Voice
donations.
The
of
memos.
course.
emails, you can email us at customerstatespodcast@gmail.com.
And we have to thank the sponsors real quick.
Which is also our PayPal.
Right. Thank you.
Nick Lowridge.
Yep, you beat me to it. Thank you, Nick from Matco Tools.
Travis Ferris from Hit Distributing, supplying us with Justice Brothers products.
Raymond from El Ranchito Taco Shop, and he is creamy guac.
You guys need to eliminate that D at the end when you say Raymoon.
I don't
I
say
said Raymoon.
Raymoon.
You say Raymoon.
I don't say Raymoon. I say
Raymoon.
Raymoon.
You all
with an
say
N
Raymoon.
Is in
It's
Nancy.
Ray Moon. 2 words. Ray Moon.
So
And with
always
that we
remember
say-
to follow us on
Spay and neuter your pets.
Spay and Neuter Your
Tip your
Pets.
waitresses.
Thanks.
Tip your waitresses.
Save a life.
And your
Give money to
technicians.
save the children, I guess.
Thank you to our VIPs.
Yes, and don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook,
All that good shit.
all that good shit.
Anchor.fm.
We love
Yes,
you.
you can give us money there.
And with that,
No. Give it
we say,
no.
nope, it's been
I'm
done.
No, I want you guys to say it at the
I'm
same
gonna edit all this
time.
out. 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
No,
One,
no,
two, three.
fuck you.
Fuck you. And with that, we say,
Love you.
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 Love you. Love you.
Oh, God.
Love you. Love you.
Can we speak to Marge, please?
Thank you, darling. We love you.
Love you.
Hi, this is Mike Sarah from Customer States. Matco Tools is one of the best tool companies in the industry, and Nick Lowridge is one of the best Matco tool distributors. Nick can get me anything I need for the shop or for at home. From oil drain pans to beef jerky, Nick's got what I need on tap. Nick works in the Thousand Oaks, California area, and you too can get whatever you need by calling him at 805-796-7323. And if you're not in that area, call him anyway and tell him you heard about him from the Customer States podcast. And then you can hop on to matcotools.com and find a Matco Tools distributor near you. Matco Tools. Service, trust, results.